As per Vedic Vastu, there are multiple meanings behind words that we use in general layman terms. Today, I want to take up such words that we use in a very general sense but many times lack the understanding and knowledge behind these sacred geometrical terms. So, firstly, the first word I want to break about is the word Bindu. Bindu, as per Vedic Vastu, represents a dot. And this dot is basically told to be the origin or the space or the point at which creation happens. The second word that we have is basically Rekha, also known as the line. So a line is told to be a comprising of multiple points or dots connected together, forming a sense of linearity and movement. This can also represent a sense of growth and also kind of shows about a movement and forward movement into something, growth, auspiciousness, all of these associated with Rekha or the line. The next one I want to talk about is the word triangle. So the word triangle can also be known as the trikona. In trikona, there are multiple ways of how this can be represented. A upward pointing triangle is generally told to be Lord Shiva. A downward pointing triangle can be known or called as the Shakti. Also, the three gunas are also associated with the trikona. Along with that, your Swapna Avastha, Jagrat Avastha and your Shushukti Avastha are also told to be a part of your trikona. The next word that I want to talk about is the square. Like you guys know, the square basically has 4 sides, 4 points and the diagonals as well, causing 4 quadrants. So the easiest thing that this can be related to is your coordinates that you have or the axes that you have. That is, when your x-axis and y-axis split together, you get 4 coordinates that come into existence. So this is one of the most things that it is associated with. Along with that, this can also have a representation to the 4 Vedas that we have as per the Vedic astrology and generally Vastu as well, that we take relevance from. The next one we have is the hexagon. The hexagon is basically the combination of an upward triangle and a downward triangle. Like I just told you a few seconds ago, the upward triangle is the representation of Lord Shiva, while the downward triangle is the representation of Shakti. So when you understand both Shiva and Shakti, Shiva is told to be the masculine side of any element and Shakti is known to be the feminine side. And the intersection of this divine feminine and divine masculine can be a representation of the energies they hold within themselves. So not only the energy, this can also be told as the balance of both your femininity and your masculinity. This is also something that the hexagon is basically or generally considered with. Along with that, you have something called as the lotus or the padmaka. Now the lotus or a padmaka is basically a design where you have pointing triangle like shapes of petals that run around in a particular place. This is mostly seen when people are drawing rangolis or columns. Only one thing that is associated with this is the number that plays with it. So when you look into religious structures having floorings or any Padmaka pattern embossed on their spaces, generally they put an even number because they're having their pointing ends in all the sides. They move in the direction of all the sides and never done in the odd sides because it's considered as negative. So just a quick tip again to reiterate it, when we talk about the Padmaka pattern, even an odd number of petals plays a very important role. Even number of petals is considered good and odd number of petals is considered bad.